how I'm actively trying to predict the next clothing trend. As I reflect on my brand and look at some of my past pieces, some of these may come across as too niche or original. Thus, every once in a while, it maybe makes sense to play on a trend. And so one thing I've really noticed over the last year or two is using sports jerseys and apparel, but done in different materials. Taking, for example, these soccer knit jerseys done by ALD and House of Errors, or these basketball knits by Avail Lives. And so I really sat on these concepts for a while, and I thought of another new trend, which has really become the use of thermal long sleeves in streetwear. That's something that I've noticed a lot more over the last year or so, and especially with brands starting to release them more and more. And so that's when I had the simple idea of doing a soccer jersey as a thermal long sleeve. And so the final answer is this: a Croatia-inspired soccer thermal, taking heavy inspiration from one of the earliest Croatia kits in, I believe, the early 2000s. Of course, your traditional streetwear logo flips, where it now says letters from apologetic letters, my brand and stuff, Lotto, and of course the AL for the Croatia crest. And of course, we have number 10 for one of the GOAT midfielders of all time, Luka Modric, who actually just announced he's leaving Real Madrid. One of the things that really went into this idea, instead of just changing the material, was how can I overall change the wearability of the concept. And so when really thinking about it, soccer jerseys are often very lightweight or maybe midweight at best, which is obviously great if you're on the field. Maybe not as ideal to wear on a cool summer evening. And so the thermal is a much more mid to heavyweight feel. And to take it even a step further, I've been working on these 2-in-1 thermal reversible jerseys, in which it includes two separate jerseys inside out, one representing a club and the other a country that the club resides in. So this first sample you see, I have the LA Galaxy, a vintage kit from the 90s, as well as the 1994 USA World Cup kit. And so yeah, overall, this has been pretty well received so far. I'm actually just about to release these thermals, but I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts down below and what countries and clubs I should do next.